Alright, what's going on, everybody? So yesterday, Adult Swim and Rooster-Teeth announced that genLOCK is coming to Toonami August 3rd. This is a anime from Rooster Teeth, and the big selling point of this anime is that it has a lot of actors. It has a lot of well-known actors in it. Michael B. Jordan and David Tennant. I guess that's how you say that guy's last name. I remember David Tennant from Jessica Jones. I know he played. I think he played in Doctor Who also. But yeah, David Tennant, and everybody knows Michael B. Jordan by now. Chronicle, Fruitville Station, Creed. He's been in a lot of movies. I like Michael B. Jordan. I like David Tennant, and they have other actors in there too. Some of which I'm not too familiar with, but like I said, the big selling point of this anime really is the actors. Now, I did read a review for the show. I gotta say this. As a disclaimer, I've never watched this show. It didn't look. I mean, maybe it's because of how it looks, but it didn't really look appealing to me. As far as voice acting goes, it could be hit and miss because you can be a good actor but be a terrible voice actor. A good example of this is Peter Dinklage as the Ghost in Destiny. It can also work the other way around. There are a lot of people that hate on Nicolas Cage or Adam Sandler, but they've done great work when it comes to voice acting for animated films in the past. Most notably, Nicolas Cage in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, as I think the noir Spider-Man was pretty good. Y'all get what I'm saying? So like, you could be a great voice actor, because there probably are actors out there that are terrible when it comes to live action acting, but then when it comes to voice acting, that's probably what they're really good in. Like look at Nicolas Cage. I'm a big Nicolas Cage fan, right? And he's been in a lot of stinkers. Nobody can argue that. But he got some credit because he was in, I believe he was in Spider-Verse. He's in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and good voice acting. And I'm making this point to say, I'm talking about the voice acting to say, because honestly, it's the big selling point of the show. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the big selling point of the show is the voice actors. So it's gonna live and die on the voice acting because of these actors. It kind of reminds me of how Aladdin was. Like back in the day, you had Robin Williams, and Disney. For those of you guys who don't know about what happened with like Disney and Robin Williams, basically he didn't want Disney promoting the movie with his name. Like he didn't want them promoting the movie by saying, "Hey, Robin Williams is in this movie. Robin Williams is in this movie. Go see it." But now, if you look at any Disney movie, any animated movie, they always promote the stars. But it wasn't always like that. They always promote any of the stars that are going to be in the movie, but it wasn't always like that. And with this, I feel like that main selling point is Michael B. Jordan, is David Tennant, and the rest of the cast. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this, though, I did that video talking about Food Wars and how that was coming to Toonami, and the shake up with the block that some people weren't happy with. Mainly My Hero Academia fans, and I wasn't happy with it either. But with these Toonami acquisitions, I really want to talk about that because there's something that I've been thinking about for a while, and maybe I mentioned this in the other video, but I feel like Adult Swim and Toonami, and I obviously don't have proof of this, and I might need to do a bit of research. I don't know if it's out there, the budget, and it probably isn't, but I'm wondering how much they're paying for these shows. I really am. Food Wars, granted, I think that's like a newer show, from what I can tell, and someone in my last video, they talked about how somebody in the comment section, there was like, basically Food Wars, they got the new seasons coming up, and that's probably why they wanted to promote that, to kind of have that sort of cross promotion there. Having it on Toonami makes it more mainstream, for lack of a better word. But with this, so like with Food Wars, and then this, and then Lupin the Third, with some of these acquisitions, I'm wondering, I'm questioning. I mean, there's reasons why they put those shows on the block, and some of you guys in my last video, you guys made some very valid points, some very good points, but I'm wondering if this is the best thing for Toonami to be doing, is going out there and getting stuff like genLOCK, getting stuff like Food Wars. I don't know if that's the best move, and I might have said this before, but I kind of want to elaborate on it. I feel like Toonami, the best thing Adult Swim could do is the same thing that they were doing, same thing that they do with the shows that aren't anime. Adult Swim invest in themselves. They create their own content. They create their own shows, right? Now, Toonami back in the day, they did IGPX. That was a Toonami, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong about this, but that was a Toonami exclusive thing. That was something that they did in-house, Cartoon Network. And I feel like they can do more of that, even though that's very costly. But they can do more of that. I believe Megas. I don't think Megas XLR. I mean, Megas XLR, that came on Toonami. But I don't know if that was something that premiered on Toonami first or was on Cartoon Network. On like the regular Cartoon Network block first, because I can't remember. But my point is, they can invest in making original anime, or do what they did with Fooly Cooly, which I think is probably more feasible and something that I would really love them to do. And that is invest in another season. They've had shows like, for example, Dead Man Wonderland. They've had shows like that really, it gained the audience. But Dead Man Wonderland, season 1, there was a lot that was missing from that show. If you read the manga, there was a lot missing from it. And it didn't really, there's a lot more story to tell. It never got a season 2. Same thing with stuff like No Game, No Life. I'm watching a show right now called Bento, which my friend suggested as a great alternative to Food Wars that Toonami should have gotten. If y'all haven't seen Bento, go and watch that. Because Toonami definitely screwed up by getting Food Wars instead of Bento. They should have got that. But yeah, they should invest in other seasons. Like, invest in a second season for No Game, No Life. For Bento. For any of these shows that might have been promised a second season. Like, so there was this anime called Bakuman. I know it's an old anime, right? Like, it got a dub, but they never finished the dub. They can invest in that. And you know what? There's other manga that needs to be adapted that they can invest in. There's other stuff that they can invest in that I think it will be a better fit for the block than what they're getting. I don't know how much they paid for genLOCK. I want to say it's low budget because it's Rooster Teeth, but then at the same time, when you look at the actors, when you think about the actors involved, and that's the main selling point, they might have charged Adult Swim a bit more for genLOCK just because they have Michael B. Jordan. They have that acting talent, so they might have charged a bit more for that. But it's Rooster Teeth also. It's not like it's Trigger. It's not like it's Trigger. It's not like it's Production IG. It's not like it's one of those big animation studios. But y'all get what I'm saying. Like, there's more I feel like they can do with this block. I've said this before. I said, and I'm gonna say it again. They need to start the block a lot earlier, and start it with the shows. Start it with the shows that that's gonna bring in the most casual audience. I think that's the smartest thing to do. And then invest, like I said, invest in more seasons of anime that then get another season, or even do a remake of certain shows that need a remake. But that's stuff that they can invest in. As far as what time the show's going to be premiering on the block, they haven't said from my knowledge, but I'm guessing it's going to be taking over Attack on Titan slot. I want to make this clear though, I'm not knocking the show, I'm not putting it down or anything. Like I said, I have not seen it. We'll see how it does. Let me know what you guys think about this bit of news. Do you think that this was a good idea? Do you think that Toonami should get other shows? Do you think my idea is feasible? Is it plausible? Is it a stupid idea? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a video, stuff like that. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out of here. Peace.